Recording in progress. Everyone, good morning. Can anyone confirm audible or not? Can you hear me? Yep. So the last class where we stopped. In the last class we discussed about what? How to apply inline styling, right? How to apply inline styling. I asked you to write the notes, but no one written. But one person written, say, I will show you like that I'm expecting. Are you able to see my screen? Yeah, this is the program. See, like this. What libraries are required? Okay, line number 4, it's a container. Okay, line number 8 to 9. Okay, app component like this. I'm expecting. Okay, 5 to 19. Okay, apply styles. Okay, see, by seeing that program, each and every line, what you did, just write a notes. Let me open our program. Okay, we can understand. Where is this? Is the Yeah, if you observe here, firstly, 3 lines, 1 to 3. Okay, these are the 3 libraries are required for React or not. If you want to explain, okay, Babel used for compile the JSX content, React used for recognize the components, React DOM is used for what? Okay, to render the content inside the container. Line number 7, we placed a container. Okay, in this program, we have 3 components over there. Okay, app is the root component, which is rendered inside the container. That is line number 58. Okay. My 45 to 50 watt okay, app component which is loaded at inside the app component, board component loaded. Okay, in the board component, okay, there has okay balloon component loaded. Line number 39 you can explain. While loading this balloon component, we pass the data or not. In which format? In which format you pass the data? In the attribute format. Okay, now this data go to which component? Okay, this data go to balloon component. That comes to balloon component. Okay, in the balloon component, okay, we receive the data which is coming from outside as a parameter. Okay, the data which is coming from outside to this component always in the form of object. So through object destructuring, we get the property keys. Okay, like this. Okay, now by using this property key, we can get the values. Now it returns me what? One div. Okay, by applying style, it is looks like what? It looks like a circle. Okay, now okay, style attribute. Okay, for this particular div in my React, we applied what? Inline styling or not by using style attribute. And these are like what? Okay, the first expression represents what? Render your key and value pairs in the object format. Okay, like that line by line. Okay, line to line, I'm expecting. Got my point? Hmm? Agreed with me? Anyone have any questions? You can unmute and you can talk for 5 minutes. Anyone have any questions? You can unmute and you can talk.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yep.
Sir, I have a doubt. Can we render second component in the browser? How we can do that if we want to render another component?
Where you want me to write another component?
Like I want to reuse the same app or same kind of code.
Okay.
After that, can I render another component?
Like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Here the problem is, see, you render this app component inside this container. In the element, you place this one. In the same element, if you place one more component is like this, then that what happened? The previous content, okay, inside the container override by this one or not. Got my point?
Yeah,
Okay, that is all.
like in the same example, or maybe in the same browser, I want to render or reuse
Mhm.
one or two or three components together.
Yeah, you can
Is it possible, or like
in the
overwriting will happen again?
yeah, in the container always rendered only one component. Why? Because okay, see this, the render method always takes okay only one argument, that is the element, always takes. Okay, now the same code if you write as I said, okay, the previous container content override by this one. Up to you, okay, everyone.
Okay.
The container we already rendered app in the same space only you are trying to okay load hello, so my app is override by hello. Okay, so always render only one component inside the container, that is the root component. Okay, now you have this is like a root component, multiple components are there. If you want to reuse this component, you can reuse it. Balloon you use it like 3 times, right? This is kind of reusability only. Okay, based on your requirement you can write okay, you can load the component, you can write any number of components, you can load any number of times, but the container, inside the container you should have to load only one component, that is the root component. Got my point?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? Anyone have any questions? No. Okay, now you created one web page, did you remember? You created one web page by using HTML. Open with live server if you observe. Now I want the same web page by using React. Okay, same. Okay, now see this like this. You created one web page, right? Okay, now like this, I want to create by using React. It's a static content only. Okay, after that, we are going to discuss about the routing. Same static page only. Don't perform any operations. Okay, same like this only. I want to prepare one web page by using React. Got my point, everyone? If it is only the requirement, can you tell me how many components are required? If it is only the requirement, can you tell me how many components are required? Come on. As I said, each and every template or each and every piece of content prepare like one component. Each and every functionality prepare like one component. So how many components are required? Okay, this is header. Can I create one header component? Okay, this is like a footer. Can I create one footer component? And this is menu. Can I create like a menu component? Okay, this one is like a body or content. Can I prepare like a content component? These are like 4 components. One root component is there. Total how many components are required? In this case, 5 components are required. Okay, in this requirement, if I click on the home content, if you want to load, okay, home component is required. If I click on the about content, if you want to load, I want about. If I click on the contact. If I click on the service. Total, how many components are required? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these 4 also if you include, okay, 4 for 4 plus 4, 8. One root component, 9. Total 9 components are required or not? Okay, instead of writing 9 components, you can manage with only one component, no problem at all. But it is not a recommended one. Got my point? It is not a recommended one. Agreed with me? Shall we create this space? Okay, in this space, multiple things we are going to discuss. One is like, so far we discussed about inline styling, right? Yes or no? Now I want to discuss about external styling. One class dynamically I want to add to one element. Now see this. Okay, now you added dynamically some CSS properties, right? See this height, width, top, left. Dynamically you added. Okay, by using style attribute, this is which kind of styling? Inline styling. That means you applied some CSS properties through inline styling dynamically or not. Now, I don't want inline styling. I want to go with external. I want to apply or I want to add one CSS class dynamically to my elements. Got my point? Agreed with me? Okay, that is one thing. The next one, if you observe here, see, if you observe here, this is which view? Mobile view. If it is like a mobile view, I don't want this one in two lines. Okay, in a single line, I want. At the same time, this home about contact service, I don't want like this. I want like a mobile menu. Okay, if you open the uijavakit.com, okay, see the menu, how it looks like this I want. Agreed with me? If it is a mobile, I want the menu view should be like this. If it is like, okay, big desktop, okay, then the time my mobile menu should be like this. All are agreed? All are agreed with me? The requirement? Hmm? Okay. In this particular example, multiple topics, okay, we are going to cover. I will tell, okay, whenever we start a new topic, then the time I will, okay, I will tell to you. Okay. First, complete this view. Okay, create the components, place the components, all these things you know, right? So far, up to okay. This view wise, first load header component, menu component, content component, footer component, apply some CSS. These all you know already. Okay, so those things complete first. After that, we can introduce the new topics. Okay, shall we? Okay, okay then. I'm going to give the name. It's like mobile menu. As part of this one only, I'm going to add external style. Okay, external style. Okay. First, can I get the code snippet? Can I get the common code snippet from hello.html? Yeah. Copy this, paste here. Okay. First, which component? Root component. Root component. Yes or no? Root component. The next one is what? The next one. Constant header. Okay. The return. Okay. Just close others. Open this web page. Okay. Same. This one, can I take it? Copy it. Yes or no? That is only the content or not? My first React web page. Hello, okay. Okay. This is my header. This header, where you want me to load? In my, come on, in my which component? In which component you want me to load? Which component you want me to load? Come on, root component app or not? Root component app. Now, can you come here, open with live server? See, my web page ready. Okay, my first React web page content loaded inside the browser or not? Yes, sir. Okay, then what is the next one? What is the next one? I want to make it like look and feel. So for this one, I want to apply some CSS. See this. Can I copy this? Can I copy this? Can I add in the style section? Now can you come here? Can I refresh? Ready? My header ready or not? Come on. My header ready or not? Okay. Now can I go with the footer one? Can I go with the footer? Okay, can I create one more component? Constant footer, say this. Now, all components you placed in a single file. It is also not recommended one. Okay, after 1 week, we are going to create one React application by using some commands, create React app command. Then that time we have a clean separation, header component inside one file, footer component inside one file, like this. Okay, each and every component I want to separate, like I want to write in a separate file. Got my point? Now it's a kind of tightly coupled, everything we written in a single file or not. Yes or no? But the way of writing the code, that means syntactically, okay, all are like same here and there. In future, we are going to discuss, right? Got my point? Okay, just I want to place this one in one another file, header.js file. I want to place this code. Now every component, all components, 9 components I want to place here only. Okay, after that we are going to give like clean separation. Okay, footer. Can I go with this footer one? This is the content, right? Okay, can I come here? My footer component should return what? Should return this content. Should return this content. Yes or no? Okay, to my footer, do we have any CSS? Okay, if you write the code, better to go with ID. Better to go with ID. If you written. So this is my photo. This is my photo. Can I remove this one? Can I give the photo selector here? Can I refresh the page? Okay, not rendered. Why? Your photo component should load where in my app component or not. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, my photo ready. My photo ready. The next one is what? The next one is what? Come on. The next one is what? Menu component. Menu component. Yes. This is my menu component. Okay. The menu is this one, right? Can we return the menu component data is like this? Can you return it? Menu component content like this. Any problem? Okay. Can we apply some CSS for my menu? Can I apply some CSS for my menu? These are my CSS properties or not. Okay, can anyone tell me? Can anyone explain me? Okay, the selector. This is like a class selector. Okay, the element who has the menu class, it is going to apply these CSS properties. These CSS properties. Okay, menu greater than A is nothing but okay, menu direct children's whose element name is like A. Okay, this selector pointing to that particular element. So it is okay. These CSS properties applied for that. Now come here. Can I refresh the page? Not loaded. Why? Why? Because you not rendered a menu anywhere or not. See, okay, you created a menu component. Okay, did you render anywhere with the element format capital letter? Did you render anywhere? No, right? You should render or not. Right place is what? After header, I want menu. So that can we add menu here? Can we add menu here? Yes, my menu ready. Yes or not? My menu ready or not? All are agreed? Okay. Now, at the time of clicking on this particular menu button, at the time of clicking on this particular menu button, okay, if I click on the home component has to load. If I click on the about component, contact component like this, I want to load it. Okay, for that, I want to write some piece of code. Just listen. If I click on this one, I want to perform some operation so that can I make it like a pointer symbol here? That means hand symbol. For that, which CSS property you want me to add for my menu? Cursor pointer you can add. Now, at the time of clicking on this particular home about contact service, okay, at that, one second, no? Yeah, at the time of clicking on home about contact or service, okay, if I click on the home component has to display. If I click on the about component has to display. Contact. Like this, I need to write some piece of code or not. Yes or no? Okay, then. Now, how many components are required then? How many components are required? If it is like you click on home, then the term home component. So that contains home related. Okay, that home component contains home related content. So can we create one home component here? Constant home like this. Okay, return one simple h1. Okay, home base. Home base like this. Okay, like this, how many components are required? Like this, how many components are required based on your requirement? Based on your requirement, how many components are required? Come on. Okay, three more components. This is my about component. Okay, this is about page. About page. Now, two more pages I want. One is like contact, another one is like service. Okay, now when you come here, contact. Okay, contact page. The next one is like services. This is like a services page. Done. All are agreed? All are agreed with me? All are agreed with me? Yes. Okay. Now, at the time of clicking on this particular button, okay, that means home link. It's not a button, sorry. If I click on this home anchor tag, if I click on this home anchor tag, okay, I want to display after this menu, okay, home component or not. If I click on the about, I want to display after this menu, okay, which component? About component or not. So first of all, my action is going to start from where? By clicking on this particular link or not. By clicking on this particular link or not. Yes or no? By clicking on this particular link or not. So at the time of clicking on this particular home, I want to perform some operation. It's okay, fine. First of all, at the time of clicking on the link, you want to perform some operation means you should have to handle that click event or not. If you not to handle the click event, okay, then where you want me to write the functionality. So you should have to handle the click event in the handler method. You need to write the functionality or not. Agree with me? Yes or no? Come on. Okay. So at the time of clicking on the home, at the time of clicking on the home, I want to perform some operation. So can I write like, or can I bind one event for this particular anchor? What is my event name? Sortable event is what? What is my sortable event here? Okay, click event. So can I write like on click? Can I write like on click? My on click is an event. It is always expecting the event handler method or not. Event handler method or not. So can I get the event handler method here? Okay. How we can write the method? Constant function. Any name you can give it. Click, open, and close. Listen carefully. Now, can I write my function click here? Okay, this is which link click? This is my home link click or not? So, can I write like function home click here? At the time of clicking on this particular home anchor, this handler method is going to call. In this handler method, you can perform some operation based on my requirement. Now tell me, how many menu items are there total? Total, how many menu items are there? Four menu items are there. So how many handler methods are required? If you write the code like this, How many handler methods are required? 4 handler methods. Okay. Okay then. Okay, first of all, write 4. After that, I can make it like I can handle with 1. Okay, how? We'll see later. First, you can complete with 4. About contact click. The next one is what? Service. So, can I write 4 method handlers here? Yes or no? This is for about. This is for contact. This is for service. This is for service. All are okay? All are agreed with me? Okay then. Now I want to add some more items here. I want to add some more items here. Okay, div. Syntactical, it's valid or invalid? Syntactical, it's valid or invalid? Syntactical, it's valid or invalid? Invalid. Invalid. Why? Syntactical, it's invalid. Why? In your JSX content, if you have a adjacent elements, this is one element, this is one element, that should be wrapped with a single enclosure. Okay, that should be wrapped with single element or not. Enclosed with a single element or not. Now it is correct. Now here, okay, yes, 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 printed. Yes. But my question is what, if I click on the home, if I click on the home, I want to display home here. Yes, yes, not. If I click on the about here. If I click on the contact here, service here. Like this, I want to display. Can anyone tell me the code snippet? You can talk now, no problem. Can anyone? How we can write the code? You understood the requirement, right? Instead of this SSSS, at the time of clicking on this particular home, at the time of clicking on this particular home link, I want to display home here. About, contact like this. Can anyone suggest? Can anyone tell me the code snippet? No problem. You can talk. You can unmute and talk. You can unmute and talk. Come on. One person at least.
Yeah, we can write the code in the handler in the
Okay.
function.
We can write the code in the handler function. What code you want me to write? What kind of code you want me to write?
Because we want to display like home, so we can create a div here and
Div
return it.
div already there, right? Okay. See, already div is there inside this particular place. You can use for
State, we can use a like a variable where use
The
state.
return function, sir.
see whenever you return something like this. Okay, this return value go to where? Come on, this return value go to your caller or not? Okay,
Yes,
who
function.
call this function? That particular function, or okay, that particular function return value go to the caller. Who call it? Okay, on click. So the home go to on click, but you want inside on click, inside this, inside div, that home, inside div, right?
Can we use state, sir?
Yeah. Okay, see, first of all, value should not be hard code. Like this, you can. This SSS should not be hard code or not. Yes or no? It is keep on changing the value or not. Come on. You can mute. Okay, don't disturb others. If not talk, keep on mute. Okay. Now say this. This should not be hard coded. Okay, so one value or some data, okay, should not be hard code means you should have to maintain the data in one variable. You can give the variable reference or not. Yes or no? So first of all, this SSS, I don't want hard code. Let's take like a menu name equals to something like this. Okay, now you can copy and you can render here. Now it's not a hard code value, right? Yes or no? Now it is not a hard code value. Yes. Now if I click on the home, okay, which handler method is going to execute? This one. So my menu name is what now? Menu name should be what? Menu item name. Menu item. Okay, you can say like menu item. Okay, menu item is what now? One.
Home.
Home, right? Home, right? My menu item is like home. Okay, home. Now, will it work or not work? First time, yes, is okay. It gives me some error. Okay, if it is like error, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Inspect it, go to console and try to fix it. Menu name is not defined. That means one variable you used, but it is not defined before using or not. See, menu name, anywhere did you define? Menu item is there, but menu name is not there. So can we fix that? Yes. Now can I refresh the page? Yes. If I click on the home, okay, my menu item assigned with home, but that change rendered inside the browser, not rendered, not rendered. Okay. Now, if you manage the data with let variable, first time that variable data rendered inside the browser, if you do some change, that changes happened in this particular, the change is reflected in the variable, but that change is not reflected within the browser or not. Then the time you want me to manage this particular data with let variable or var variable or constant, with which variable you want me to handle this data? I want to load it first time, as well as if you do any change, that changes should be reflected within the DOM. Then how you want me to manage state variable?
States.
So how you can manage the state in functional component?
Using use state.
By using use state hook or not? Use state hook. Yes. Use state hook take how many arguments? How many arguments?
One argument.
It returns me what?
An array.
An array of how many elements?
2 elements.
2 elements. First element is what? It is a
Variable.
Okay, some initial data or not. Second element is what?
Set menu items.
Set menu.
Okay. What is the type?
Function.
And return type.
Function type. This is the function which is used for what? To update your menu item data or not. So can I use this function? Okay, function means can I call it? Can you pass the data to that guy? That guy is going to update the data in the menu item or not? Agree with me? Yes or no? First time, yes. If I click on the home, now it's changed it to home or not? Come on. Agreed? Okay, now if I click on the about, yes, about, next contact, next service. Okay, this is about. Okay, this is what? Contact. This is what? Service. Now, can I refresh the page? Home, about, contact, service. Working? Yes or no? First time also I don't want SSS, I want home. Then which line you want me to do the change? First time also I don't want SSS, I want home. So
62.
can I put like home? Okay. Now in the right side, if you see the warning, what is that warning? Invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? In the JSX, don't go with what? Don't go with class attribute. Any time if you want to add a class to the element, okay, you can go with what? You can go with which attribute? You can go with which attribute? Class
name.
is the attribute. Okay, it is working, but it is not a recommended one. It gives me warning or not. Now there is no warning. Agreed with me? Okay then. Now this home about contact, this text I don't want. If I click on the home, I have already content inside my component. Which component? Which component? I have the content about home component or not. So this particular component I want to render. This particular component I want to render. Agreed? Okay, so how we can render it? How we can render it? So let me do one thing. Let me load home component. Let me load about component. Let me load contact component. Let me load services component. Now, if you observe here, can I refresh? See this? All components loaded or not? Do you want me to load all components? Huh? Do you want me to load all components? No, right? First time, I want home component. If I click on the about, okay, whenever my menu item is like about, then that which component you want me to load? About component. Whenever the menu item is like contact, then the time contact component. Whenever service component. Like this I want. Like this I want to write some piece of code. Okay. Do you want me to render these components like this or based on the condition you want me to render? Tell me. You want me to render these components directly or based on the condition you want me to render? Come on. How you want me to render? Directly want me to render or based on some condition? Based on some condition or not? What is my condition? Can anyone? What is my condition? Come on. Whenever my menu item is home, then the time can you load home component? Whenever the menu item is like about component like this, you have to write some condition or not. Yes, sir. Do you know the logical operators and or how it's going to work? And or how it's going to work? Okay, then no problem. Now say this. I have one variable is there. One more variable is there. What's my answer? What is my answer? My output is what? True. Perfect. Now, 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 false only or not? See, the output when it is gives like true, if the first expression and my second expression both are like true, then only, okay, it returns me what? The output is like what? True or not? Yes or no? If any one of the expression is like false, false only. This one everyone knows. But how I want to use this one in React means very simple. My question is, whenever line number 11, whenever my first expression is like false, is it recommended to execute the second expression? Is it recommended? Is it required? First, not recommended. Is it required? Is it required to execute? Okay. If my first expression is like false, irrespective of the second expression result, always my output is like false only or not? Yes or no? If my first expression is false, no need to check the second expression. Why? Either it is true or false, my output never change or not. If my output is never change, is it required to execute the second expression? Come on. Is it required? Not required, right? Not required, right? Okay, whenever my first expression is like true, okay, then we should go to the second expression or not. Why? My second expression result impact on your output result or not. If my second expression is true, then the time obviously yes, my result is true. If my second expression is like false, then the time obviously my result is like false. So and always when it is going to execute the second expression means if my first expression is like a true, then only the second expression will execute. All are okay? Yes or no? Come on. What's my answer? What is my answer? The expression is nothing but one statement that can be anything. What is my output? N1 is equals to W equals to 10. First expression is like true. Then only it go to the second expression and it is going to execute whatever it is or not. For example, if it is like this, will it execute or not execute? My second expression will execute or not execute? My second expression never execute or not. Okay, the result is like false. This particular statement never executed or not. Okay, now can I use this AND ternary operator? Okay, not ternary. What is this one? Okay, logical operator. Can we render these components based on some condition? Okay, can anyone tell me how we can write the condition at least? Come on. Whenever the menu item is equals to home, okay, expression is required or not required? Tell me, expression is required or not required? This is my element, this is my JS code. Okay, in between element and JS code, okay, element after in the element directly, if you write the JS code, that should be inside the expression or not. That should be inside the expression or not. Whenever my menu item is equals to home, then can I load my home component? Can I load my home component? Yes or no? Come on. Same like that. Can I write whenever my menu item is like about, which component you want me to load? About component. Whenever it is like contact, which component you want me to load? Contact component. Whenever it is like service, okay, then that time can you load services component. Now can I remove all this stuff? Can I remove all this stuff? Now tell me, first time, my menu item is what? First time load, my menu item is what? Home. Okay, menu item is home. Home equals to home, true. If my first expression is true, now my, okay, second expression will execute or not execute if it's like an AND logical operator. Yes. If my menu item is like home equals to about, false. Never go to the second expression. Okay, never go to the second expression. Never go to the second expression. If I click on the about, okay, now my menu item name is what? About. Now this one failed. Now my about is like true, so that my about component is going to render or not. Now line number 82 not required for me. Can I refresh the page now? Yes, home page. If I click on the about page, contact page, services page or not? Yes or no? Come on. Now, based on the condition you are rendering this particular component, right? This kind of rendering, we can say like a conditional rendering. Okay, in React, we can say like what? Conditional rendering. Based on some condition, you are rendering your components or not. Agreed with me? Yes or no? Okay, we are going to write in future like effectively. Okay, the same requirement only we are going to do like effectively. Okay, separate files we are going to take. Okay, we are going to introduce the React routing concept and everything. Okay, now I want to introduce one topic called as a conditional rendering. Okay, based on the condition, if you want to load some components, then you can go with this. Okay, okay, then let's come back to this. Now, if you observe, how many handler methods you written? How many handler methods you written? 4. For example, 10 menu items are there, 10 handler methods supposed to write. Is it recommended way? Is it recommended way? No, right? No, right? It is not a recommended way. Okay, can you handle all these things with a single handler method? Like a function click. Can we handle all these menu items operations or click event? If you trigger click event on any menu item, okay, the handler method is like function click. Can we do the same requirement now? Can we do the same requirement? Okay, how we can do it? That is the question. Agree with me? So how we can? How we can?
Can we pass argument props to menu?
Okay, see, argument pass to menu. You said that is only.
Yeah.
Okay, no. See, when you can pass the data to the menu. Come on. When you can pass the data to the menu.
When on click.
Okay, at the time of loading. So from here we can pass the data. From here we can pass the data. But okay, my content is here, right? Okay, then that time how I can pass the data from here? Okay, it is not a okay. Props when whenever loading the component, then you can pass it. Already my component loaded. Okay, now based on the button click, I want to pass the data, not for my menu, for this particular method or not. Got my point? So how we can? How we can?
By
So
using link tag.
by using
Link tag.
link, leave it. This is only the code.
In on click, we can pass an anonymous arrow function.
Function click, right? Okay, here can I pass like this? Is it
No,
possible?
not there. On click, first we call anonymous function.
Yes. See, why not like this means very simple. In your React, any event you take, the event handler should be a function or function caller. The event handler should be a function or function call. Function. But if you observe here, it is a function call, right? It is a function call or not? Okay,
Yeah.
so for this particular function, if you want to pass the data, okay, yes, through arguments only it's possible. So if any argument, if you get it, okay, you can take that argument and you can assign here. Okay, menu item, okay, item name or whatever it is. Okay, this one you can load here. That's okay, fine. Okay, but here the syntax is like, okay, whatever you written, that is not a recommended one or not. It is always expecting what? A function. Okay, so how we can? Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, can I remove this one? See, it is expecting one function, right? Can I write a function like this? Any problem? Anyone? Any problem? It is, okay, this is my on click event. It is expecting a function. Okay, now tell me, this is one function or not? First of all, this is one function or not? The difference between this function and this function is what? This is named one, this is anonymous one. That's it, right? Yes or no? Now, can I place this function here? Okay, now tell me, my event is expecting a function. So this is my function now. Any problem? In the function, okay, this is my body. Whatever you want, you can write here, alert SS or whatever it is. Now say this, at the time of clicking on the home, my alert should be executed or not? Yes or no? Come on. So you want me to call alerta or you want me to call my function clicker? Tell me, what you want me to call? Alert you want me to call? I want to call my function clicker with which one? The data. My data is like home or not? Yes or no? Now, all my conditions satisfied or not? my event is expecting a function. So this is my anonymous function. Whenever you click on the button, this anonymous function called, inside the anonymous function body, whatever the statement, line number 72, that 72 statement is going to execute. Okay, with what? Okay, function click is my 72 line. It is called function click by passing one argument. That argument go to this particular item variable. Okay, now that item variable updated inside my set menu item state variable or not. Yes or no? Come on. Okay, now here also it is expecting what? This is an event expecting what? Come on, expecting what? In React, always the event expecting event handler function, not function call. So this is my function. Okay, inside my function body, can I write my statement? Function, home, or about, or whatever it is. Now, in my arrow function, there in the body, only one statement is there. Then the time, do you want these braces? Only one statement is there. Then the time you want me to use that braces? Not required, right? So can I remove that brace? Okay. Can I place everything in a single line? Just I am removing the spaces. That's it. Yes. Agreed. This one and this one both are like same or not? Okay, here also, can I write like this? Function click of what? About contact or not? Okay, here, this is my function click. Multiple statements are there. You can go like this. Otherwise, that service or yes, sir. Now, can I refresh the page? Is it working or not working? Okay, can I refresh the page? Yes, about contact services home. Yes or no? Agree with me? Agreed with me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, how to sir menu function call, sir?
Second,
How to menu function call, sir?
menu function. This
Uh,
one.
uh,
It is not a function, it is a component here.
how to call?
Loaded here or not in the app.
Okay.
Got my point? Okay then. Now still again, see each and every element has how many events you placed for every event. Okay, one event, on click, on click, on click, on click. Okay, now I don't want to write multiple times this on click event in the menu item level. Okay, 4 menu items are there. 4 on clicks you written or not? 4 times 4 on clicks you written or not? Yes or no? 4 times 4 on clicks you written or not? Now I don't want to write 4 on clicks. I want to manage with a single, only one on click. Got my point? Okay. Now, if you want to manage with only one on click, do you want me to keep for either home or about or contact or service? You want me to keep for that? Or you want me to go to the parent level? Come on. If you want to manage with only one event, only one on click event, you want me to add that event at menu item level or parent level? Parent level or not? That means I want to delegate this particular event from here to my parent or not. In JavaScript, there has one concept is there, event bubbling. My event by default to transfer, okay, by default to travel from my innermost element to outermost element. How it is going, okay, how we can handle with this particular one. At the same time, how we can write the mobile menu, all these things we'll see in tomorrow's class. Now, can I change this one like a conditional rendering? Okay, mobile menu thing, we'll see the same example, we can take it. Mobile menu, we'll see in tomorrow's class. All are okay? Agreed with
Sir,
me?
yes, sir. This is regarding the previous class. So, can you tell us the code for prime and composite numbers? Sir? What condition we need to use?
Prime number.
Yes, prime and composite.
If the element has, okay, factors wise, if you see, if the element has only two factors, if the element is divided by two numbers, okay, one is like 1, another one is like itself. Only two factors are there, that particular element, okay, particular number we can say like a prime number. Otherwise, okay, the element which is not divided by 2 as well as 3 also. The element which is not exactly divided by 2 as well as 3 also. Okay, that particular elements also, that particular numbers also we can say like what? Prime numbers. Got my point? 1, leave it. Okay, 2 is by default prime number. 1, 2 don't consider. Okay, 3 onwards you can take it. The elements which are not divisible by 2 as well as 3, the numbers. Okay, those are like a prime number. So any condition you can use it.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sir, Sagar here. Actually, I have one query, one out-of-box query. Can I ask over here? Actually, sir, at the time of starting of the class, I have subscribed for only the class sessions. Like I have paid only 5,000, but I also want to subscribe for the videos too. So, sir, what shall I do then in that case? I want to access the videos of that, all the videos, and
in the
I
content
know.
one, okay, you can find okay, the admin number, Subham.
Okay.
Yeah, you can talk with him. Okay, he can help.
Okay. Thank
Yeah. Okay, any other questions, anyone? Okay. Ours is like Jason. Yeah. Today's assignment is, okay, yesterday who not completed, okay, complete the inline styling, how to apply. Okay, that, and the next one is like, okay, the same example can you do by your own, the same example. Okay, just try by your own, don't see my code. Okay, you just listen, right? Just listen, right? Okay, so complete by your own. If you're stuck with something, then you can see our code. Okay, complete by your own. As usual, just write some notes, line to line. Okay, this is okay, 87 to 89. This is related to header component, which is written some content like this. Just write what you understand. Got my point? Okay, who not completed even, odd, program, prime number program, reverse string. Okay, just complete that one. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we upload this video immediately into that portal?
The video they'll upload within 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, just practice, doing practice. Okay, that one only make you people perfect. Okay, you may understand. Okay, but you need to put some effort. You need to put some effort. Got my point? Practice the things. Multiple times you practice. For every time you can get the new thing by while practicing, I'm sure. Got my point? Any questions, anyone? Write the notes, write your own notes. That would help to express yourself. If anybody asks the question, you know something, but you
Sir,
are not.
where to download the this app, this zip file?
You from yourjavakit.com website. Okay, go to JavaScript section. JavaScript section. From here you can download. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You know, you are able to understand. Okay, you can write the program also, you can execute also, but you are not able to express. Then there is no use. There is no use. The first level of interview is like it's a kind of interaction, oral session, oral kind of thing. Okay, they are going to ask the questions. You need to answer it. You need to answer it. Second level of interview is like, okay, they are going to give you a task and you need to execute that task. Got my point? That the reason, write the notes by your own, in your own words, you can write it. Try to read that notes only. Got my point?